Initially, I wanted to use purple and green as my two main colours for my magazine. I used these colour swatches to decide which one I would use. As I began to construct my magazine, it became apparent that due to the choice of colours, it didn't look like an indie rock magazine. I then decided to opt out for a typical red, blue, black and white theme. I then decided to drop the navy colour and began to use just red, black and white as it represents a more rock genre. I then really liked the way my magazine was looking and I thought I only needed to add in a few more cell lines. Here is my first final draft of my front cover. Here you can see from the first print screen of my contents the initial use of the purple and green colours. Next you can see when I changed my colours to red, navy, black and white. And here is where I changed the colours to red, black and white. This is the first final draft of my contents page. Here you can see the construction of my double page spread beginning with the initial colours. Here you can see I have added in my images and started to make colour changes. Next you can see as the final draft of my double page spread begins to take place. I then made a few minor alterations such as overlapping the images onto the next page. And I then had my final double page spread draft. I then presented my draft products to the class where they gave me feedback on what to alter on my magazine. Here is the marking grid given from my teacher which I followed through my changes in order to create a better magazine. My class feedback was to first of all make the contents page lighter, second adjust the layout of the contents page and thirdly adjust one line of writing on the front cover. Here you can see I have made these changes and these are my final products. I will now compare my rough drafts to my final products and state the changes made from my rough drafts and why. On the front cover, my only feedback was to add a stroke around the writing highlighted in yellow. As you can see, I've clearly made this change in light of my audience feedback. However, my contents page had quite a bit more to change. First of all, it's clear you can see that I've changed the black background to white rather than black, as my audience feedback said it was too dark. Next, I made adjustments to the page title, which you can clearly see highlighted. Next, I altered the text of my column of contents and added in an extra title so it's easier to navigate through the magazine. I also moved the spot from the bottom right of the image to the top left as I needed room on the bottom right for my subscription box. For my subscription box, I added an outline and put in 2 mock magazines to give the effect my magazine has been in circulation for some time. I made these changes in light of my audience feedback as well as my own opinion. Finally, for my double page spread, in light of my audience feedback, I adjusted the title in order for it to stand out more. I then adjusted the overall font of the article so it is more readable to its audiences. I also changed the pull quote in order for it to stand out more, and I then overlapped the Polaroid images onto the other page as I thought this looked better.